Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter, and today we're going to be assembling Dopey. Actually, we've already done the assembly portion, but what we haven't done is the actual foam board section, which in this one is a little bit tricky. So anyway, before we get started though, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I totally appreciate all the support that I can get, and you can see my hands as I'm talking. So all right, we're going to get started. Let me show you what Dopey looks like and why it's a little bit of an issue. I probably I made the problem, why can't I find the right words? I made it worse for myself, basically. That's what happened. Because we added the lights to the flame, this little portion right here is so thin. So what I wanted to do was, I got some this one's like a heavy duty, like a lollipop stick. So what I think I'm gonna do is, and I'm kind of thinking on the fly here, we're gonna glue it to that piece right here, basically extending it like this, making this part thicker, which I don't mind making it thicker. It won't be obvious if we take black streamer paper, which I buy from the Dollar Tree. $1.25 for this whole big roll. It's always like, I don't know. I've used it for lots of things, even for off the mat to wrap the back of it so that you don't, it just looks nicer. It kind of looks like, kind of like a piñata if I had to, All right, so let's turn on, I've got my glue gun going on. And let's see, this is what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna wrap this so that it doesn't stand out, the white doesn't stand out, and we're gonna get started. So I kind of like solving, I feel like this is a new issue. We haven't had like super thin parts like this. And of course it's got like the batteries on right here, which we will turn on in a little bit. So it's gonna be fun, but let's see. I think I'm gonna, I normally would use my hot glue gun, but I'm too impatient to wait for it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on. Oh my gosh, and a little dot went right here. Luckily, Barely Art glue dries clear, and hopefully no one will notice that. Okay. So I'm just gonna wrap it a little bit right here because only this part will show, the rest of it will stay hidden. So I'm gonna cut this off. I'm not gonna worry about getting the whole thing. I mean, you could, but I want to get this video on the road. Okay, so we've got that down. So let me close up my glue bottle. We'll move this out of the way. All right. So we're gonna reinforce this first. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up this whole thing, flip him over, and you can see it's so teeny tiny. So we're gonna do this basically. And we're gonna use our hot glue gun to make sure that it's really on there. And this should help keep this whole thing up. I'm gonna glue just a little bit more to make sure that it doesn't come off. Okay, the glue is still warming up, but we're basically going to do something like this. And that way the whole candle, the whole flame is supported. And then this makes it thicker, and we're just going to cut the foam, and we're going to make the foam thicker than this little teeny tiny piece. Because the lights were worth it, the flickering lights of the candle, so we're going to do that. So let's... Okay, while we wait for that, the other thing that you're going to need is a white pencil because we're going to trace around the actual character onto our black. So this is from the Dollar Tree. It's just the foam board, and we're going to trace around here with the white. cut inside the white line, so we're not going to see the white, but the white will be easier for us to see, right? And then we'll use our blade and we'll cut it and then we'll glue it down. That's going to be the extent of this one, but you know, it's like the little problem solving that I just love. Like I don't think we've ever had this issue where it was so thin like this. All right, I know I'm being like, I know I want to flip this over again because I feel like it's so delicate. So we're going to have to wait, sorry, for the glue to dry. In the meantime, well, while we're waiting, if you don't mind, we have the XOXO Craft Girls Workshop coming up in February. So February 2023. If you can do it in person, it's Valentine's Day weekend. It is in Arlington, Texas. So you would I would fly into Dallas, Fort Worth, but basically it's a suburb of Dallas. And we are going to be at the Barely Art headquarters. So it's going to be so fun with Josie from Sophie's Corner. And if you can't make it in person, then the first weekend in February, we are doing Zoom classes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have 3 classes to choose from with both options. So technically 6 options total. But we have 3D letters, cake toppers, and an off the mat. So all 3 will have options for in-person and Zoom. So I hope you join us. It's going to be so fun. I'm really, I know, I love my Zoom classes, but seeing you guys in person is so much fun. So I'm hoping to grab a bite to eat maybe, and I don't know, have a couple drinks with everyone who comes. I don't know, it'll be fun. So anyway, if you need information for that, it's at theuselesscrafter.com. We'll make sure that it is in the description of this video. But okay, I think my hot glue gun is hot now. And so we are just going to basically, I'm going to run it down this whole thing. Now I'm going to add more glue here. Obviously I can't add more glue right here because right here is in the neck. It is too thin. But what I want to do is, I can see some excess glue. So I'm going to just take this while it's still hot and basically just scrape it off so it's not distracting. Okay. Then I want to reinforce this, so I'm going to put glue here. And then also glue here. Okay. Give it like 2 seconds to dry. Okay, that should make it better. And then I'm almost wondering, no, we'll be good. This makes me feel so much better. Okay. Let me move the blackboard on first. I definitely want this to be supported. I also want the bottom to be supported. So, I think we could do something like this. That means this whole area will have cardboard or foam board to support it standing. I mean, I would love for it to be like more, but I also want to make sure, actually, maybe I'll do something, no. Yeah, I'm going to do something like this. Okay, so he's going to, he's long. So we're going to do this. This part is not going to have any cardboard, but foam board, I think it'll be fine. The ear won't have it, but that's not going to go anywhere. And partial hat is not going to go anywhere. I wonder if I can, if I did. I think I might do that. Okay. All right, so now that I've figured out where I'm going to cut my foam board, I'm going to now trace. So I'm just going to take my white pencil, and this part won't show because, like I said, we're going to cut inside the white lines. Down at the bottom, we're going to cut right on the white line. And this will give us all the support that we need for this character. Okay. The candle's gonna be hard, but hopefully we've stabilized it enough. We're gonna, I don't know, I think we're gonna have to tinker with that a little bit, but we'll see. Let's cut this. Okay. So now I'm going to take my other board just to easily move it. And so this is what it looks like. You can see Dopey, right? And I'm going to get out my knife. And we're going to start cutting. So when we're cutting this, I do recommend that you go with like smooth strokes, okay? So for instance, I'm gonna start here and I'm cutting inside the white lines and I'm sort of just going, I really need to change my blade. I know, I love this this brand, but it's been a while. I need to change this blade. Or at least clean it, but it's okay. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Just to knock some pieces out. Turn it over. See, it didn't cut all the way through, which it normally does. I definitely need to change my blade. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right here? Oh, okay. It wasn't supposed to be cut. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut down here. I need to switch out right now. Darn it. Where are all my blades? Let me see. Oh. Ask and you shall receive. I think this is it. Yep. It's like I don't want to use any other blade, any other brand, because this is so good, but you'll see in a second, as soon as I change this blade, what a difference it will make. All right, so this will loosen up. It should loosen up. And then we'll put down the new one. Ooh, there's still so many blades in here. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, I am going to throw this one away. All right, now we're gonna see the difference. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of these pieces right here. Oh my gosh, did you notice that? Why didn't I change my blade before, right? I'm just gonna cut this so that it fits more on the screen so that we could see it better. Okay, so I'm gonna cut long here. Gosh, what a difference. And look at that smooth cut compared to over here. You see, like, you can see the little white pieces. So that blade definitely needed to be updated. I mean, just look at that straight. All right, let's do this over here. It's so funny because every time I do something like that where I change the blades or, you know, just where we need to update it, right? And then I go from like struggling to it being so easy. And I'm like, why was I holding on to that and not, you know, just not updating the blade? Now, if you're wondering, I'm not cutting exactly where it should cut and whatever, because we don't need to. As long as the majority of the board of the character is supported, it will stand up, it will be perfect. So I'm not worried about getting the exact curves, more of just the general shape. So, all right, we've got that. All right, I'm gonna cut this, which you can see. Now on the bottom, I try to cut on the line because I want the foam board to be touching the table or whatever it is that it's going to be standing on. So that way our cardstock is good. It's going to be the edge of the foam board that's going to be standing up on or touching the table. Okay, so we've got that. Now we have just this top part. Cut in a little bit more. There's a piece hanging on right here. Let's see where it is. There we go. Okay, so we've got most of the candle cut out. We've got just this little edge right here. So let's turn this over and piece down, so I'm gonna bring back Dopey. Let's see how this looks. Again, so happy that I cut that blade, or I switched out for a new blade. You saw how I was struggling with it. It was just not good. Okay, so here we go. Okay, looks like I need to trim a little bit right here and maybe a little bit more of the flame. So right around here, just gonna trim that. And trim a little bit more of this flame. Just a little bit more. Okay. And then what I think we should do is, let me move this away for a second. I'm gonna grab a black marker and we're just going to color in on the sides. So give me 1 second. I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, it is, okay. Just so that it's not as glaring with the white because it pops out so much. So we're just gonna color it in, which I normally don't. But in this case, because it's so thin and it's the candle, I'm just gonna color it in. So you can kind of see, oh yeah, I mean, we can still see the styrofoam, but not as obvious. Okay, I think we're ready. So I'm gonna bring back Dopey and we're gonna glue it down. Okay, let's make sure that everything else looks good. I think everything else looks good, so we can start gluing this down. So I'm gonna lift this up and actually start gluing from the bottom. So you can kind of see this sticks out a little bit. This is the foam board. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna lift this up and just get a lot of glue down here. And just a straight line, because that way the rest of it can still be accessed. And we're going to be careful because this is still, I don't know, I don't want to mess around with that, but I'm going to lift this up a little bit. I wonder if I can. Okay. So I'm going to lift this like this and just add my glue down. And little by little, we're adding support. We're making sure it all sticks. And now it's a little bit more manageable to hold, right? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And we're just gluing little by little. So he's all down. All that's left is this candle piece. So I'm going to move this around. Okay, lift this up. Oh my gosh, it's done. And he's gonna be standing up with me right here. And then let's look at this light. Okay, so now we can take out, I'm gonna turn off this glue gun. I'm gonna take out the little white tabbies. I'm gonna turn off this light. And we got a flickering candle. And look it, I'm not even holding that part and it's totally supported. Oh my gosh, yay! All right, I will see you guys next time. Comments, questions, please post them below. I'm in love. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.